Hi guys, and very nice greetings from Germany. Woo! You are so awesome. I can't believe it. So many people are on my TikTok channel and on Instagram. Thank you so much. Much love to you all. Hi, I see a few people are joining the chat. It is always so fun to speak on TikTok and on Instagram with you, because the energy on Instagram is a little bit different as on TikTok. But yeah, it's very interesting to speak to you. And in this live, I'm going to talk about timelines. What are timelines? How to access to your highest timeline, and why I feel it is so important to access to your highest timeline. Why? You know, I'm not a native speaker. I learn English. And yes, let's see what's coming through. Okay. Hi, nice to see you. Hi. Much love to you. Hi, Rising Phoenix. Nice that you joined the chat. And when I'm done with the live, you can ask questions if you have any questions about it. And I hope so much you will get my message. Okay. What are timelines and why do timelines exist? Why? That's very simple. Simplicity is the key, guys. It's not very complicated. When you are connected to the source, it is super simple. All the answers are here. Timelines, in my opinion, are many paths. It is like, imagine it is like a river. This river here, this symbolizes the path of the source, right? It's like, and everything is flowing into the source. It is like, this is the river. Ooh, we have the energy here, and this is the path. And now imagine we have many different smaller paths. This is the river, then here's a path, there's a path, the next path, and everywhere are many different paths which you can choose. These are timelines. So this means when you access to the real highest timeline, then you would choose this river here. Yeah, because this is the path of the divine creator. But now we are here in this reality. We have this illusion, that we are real, that we have an avatar here, for example. Actually, Earth and everything what is happening here is just a show. And if you want, so Earth is a stage. And you are the actor. You are the actor in a movie now. So, because we are here in this reality now, and we have light, we have shadow, we express all our emotions here, it is not just this path here. Because when you would choose the path, of the prime creator, I talk about this one river here, then there is no separation. Because when you go back home to the divine matrix, there is no separation. Even physically not. It's like there is just unity. There is no light, no shadow, how we imagine this. There's just unity. You are not aging. There is no end, there is no beginning. Everything is existing there, and this is the path of the divine creator. So, and now we go down into lower dimensions. Now it's getting very excited and interesting, because the source wants to express itself from all facets, and not just from one side. So, that's why we have light and shadow, that we play this game here, that we experience light and shadow. We have these emotions. All this doesn't exist when you go back home to the source, because there's just unity. We even have not a physical body. We are non-physical beings in these realities. And because we are in this dimension now, we have a physical body, we have light and shadow, we have day and night. So the source wants to express itself from many different facets. And these are timelines. So it's like, this is the river, this is the path of the prime creator. And everything is rooted in the prime creator. Every path, every timeline, if you want so. And this symbolizes all the timelines, all these little rivers, all these rivers. So, and now we have many different possibilities. So what will become real? And this is what's happening right now. This is the reason why it is so complicated now to make future predictions, because the timelines are always changing. How is it possible that timelines are changing? It is us. We create these timelines. So this means when you access to your highest timeline, so it means a new timeline will dominate. And it is the collective now. The collective create this timeline together. And the timelines are always changing. It's like always up and down. It's like this is the river. This is the path of the divine creator. And here are all the timelines. Yeah. So and it's like now you decide which timeline you want to choose at the end to go back to the source. Because everything and every timeline is rooted in the source. So this means we have so many experiences and possibilities to express our feelings here. And this is what's happening. This is what I feel. Yeah, this is the reason why you have always this up and downs. You don't know for sure what will coming next. I talk even about the global thing. So what will come now? Because I personally feel it is not decided yet. Because it is us. So this means when you imagine your highest timeline is this. The most high frequent timeline which we can access now is our heart. This means trust your intuition, stay present, stay in the now, and trust these little impulses. And see what's happening within you. And then you're always guided. You're guided to the right people. You are guided to the right location, to the right area. So, and that's all about, and as more people are doing this to stay centered here, it's about the heart. It's not about division. It's not about labels. It's not about if you are aligned and I'm not aligned, or that I'm aligned and you're not. It's not about which entity you are channel, that we push our spiritual ego. These are all the old timelines. And it's like, okay, so many of us, we experience these timelines. Now we figured out, actually, this makes me not happy. And it's like, all we have is the now. There is not more. All we have is the now. So, and when more people are doing that, imagine when the entire population now would stay centered here in the heart, and they feel unity and they start to unite. Do you know what's happening? We jump, boom, up into very large timelines, and we go the way back to source very fast. Yeah? It's like when you choose very hard and difficult timelines, it's like you have always this up and down, up and down. It's getting so complicated. You know, imagine a path and you walk this path. It's like, oh my gosh, always up and down, up and down. And it's so stressful. And actually it could be so simple. And when you stay centered here in the heart, it's like you go the way back to the source. So boom, there are no confusions, no interruptions, no division, just clarity. There is no division. So, and now it's about the collective as well. When they choose lighter timelines now, then the ascension and all this what's taking place will be more peaceful. We will see. So I have no clue, honestly. Even when I tune into the financial system, I don't know. It feels like to me it is not decided yet. Yeah, it's like you see this many timelines, this up and downs. And many of you feel so exhausting because of this. It's like you take a seat in a roller coaster like that. Because the collective, they don't know what to believe in anymore. And the most of the people, they make this experience too stuck just here. Yeah, this is what we learned from the system. Yeah, just stuck here in the head. There is no soul, there is no heart, there is no intuition, there is no impulse. When the people are stuck in too much here, yeah, then we choose very heavy timelines. And it's like we always have this up and downs. Then we're running in cycles again. We go backwards, you know. But at the end, even this path, this timeline is rooted in the source, in the prime creator, because the prime creator wants to make this experience how it feels like to feel fully confused and to run and to go backwards, to run in cycles and so on. So that's the secret about timelines. Actually, we create them also together. So imagine as more people doing this, as more we have lighter timelines and a lighter future soon. But when we choose the all paths, when we believe too much, the monkey mind are ahead, then it's getting more complicated and more exhausting and stressful. We will see. I feel there is a massive shift happening right now. So I don't know if you feel that too. So nice to see you all. Maybe you observe that too, that the energy is changing always, even of the sun. I feel today, this is just what I feel. I feel today something like a quantum shift happened, for real. I couldn't sleep the entire night. I was awake the entire night. I was like, I had an impulse. My intuition told me, you must be awake. Don't go into sleep. I don't know why for sure, but my heart told me that. And I was awake the entire night. And then I think at 5 a.m. or 6 a.m. I went into bed and into sleep because I couldn't sleep. And then I woke up at 9 a.m. or 10 a.m. and I had so much energy. I was not tired for real. I woke up in the morning, 3 hours sleep or 4 hours sleep, and I woke up and I had so much energy and power, and I felt something has changed with the energy. What happened? And then I received a message, it's the sun again. Because the sun is streaming so many codes now. They giving us so many codes, and so many stargates are opening as well. Yes, like you are allowed to integrate these codes, and through these codes from the sun, so many old beliefs are coming up as well. So many old shadows and traumas in which we believed, we healed them, but actually we didn't. And it's like we can't run away any longer. We must face the shadows. We must see what is going on inside of us. Because especially when you are a starseed soul, you are not here to play the old games. You are not here to choose the path of the head. You don't. That's why you never fit into the society for real. Because you always had empathy in your heart. You always remembered, hey, actually it's my heart. It's the intuition, right? Because you went through this experience to go through these dense experiences as well. You know that all. So that's why you feel no. Actually, in my experience, it is not necessary. It's not necessary to running in cycles and to go backwards and so on. But the collective needs this. And imagine every individual being on this planet is going through their own process now as well. So even when we talk about the collective, it is just the energy of the collective. It's not that every person is the same or is similar, because every person is going through their own journey, through their own experience. And this is a tool to navigate the storm. Stay centered in the heart and observe a little bit more. And I feel it's not about to channel the future so much at the moment or to do so much future predictions, because we can't say for sure what will happen next. I mean, okay, when you tune into the plans of the dark ones, then you know what's happening next, right? When you go into their timelines. And their timelines are very dense and dark and heavy, right? So, and you as a starseed soul, usually you are not here to follow the path of these dense timelines. You are not. But there are so many people out there on this planet, they must choose these timelines, these experiences to remember who they are. And through the darkness, we always remember who we are. Always. And we remember the darkness, who they are. It's like, actually, we are a team. From a very high perspective, all this what's happening here is just a stage, and it is a game. And it's about which actor are you? What is your role in this entire movie? It's an endless journey. It's a never-ending story. So it's all about to go back home. And what is happening now as well, that the source takes a very, very deep breath. And you feel this inner calling now. Actually, I want to go the way back home. I want to go home. I want to serve the source now. I want to trust my heart. I don't want to follow the old rules anymore, the old games. Yeah, the reason is the source is taking a very deep breath now, and we are going back home. More and more and more. And if you want so, yes, we are going back home now. So let's see. So many people are here now and leaving comments. Yes, I understand that you are tired. I know. Yeah, at one hand, there are many different reasons why. When you are a starseed soul and you are an empath, you feel the energy of the collective in every detail. And so many people feel confused now. They are so confused and they feel very tired as well. Yeah, because all these circumstances, all this what you can see, yeah, the global circumstances, is like it's always the same. It's always the same cycle. Yeah, and you can observe that very clearly. It's like, will it ever end? It's like the cycle, right? And imagine, as I told you at the beginning, we talk about timelines as well. It is a timeline, yeah? It is a path of experience which you can choose always to be in the same circumstances as well. Because the source expresses itself now. How does it feel like to run in cycles? Over and over and over and over again. How does it feel like? So, this is all about the divine matrix, or the prime creator, if you want so, is experiencing itself from all facets, from everything, from every side, from every emotion, everything. So it's like when you want to go with the ascension now, then the divine will work through you, if you want so. And it's like you must face it. You can't run away anymore. If you want to go the way back home, yeah, as I said, I feel that the soul takes a very deep breath now, and we all go higher and go back home. We feel the connection here. We feel unity. It is not about the labels anymore. Yeah, labels are just needed to navigate here, but it will never grasp your soul. It will never grasp the divine, never. These are just tools to navigate here. So if you want to go with this ascension, it's super simple now. And you will get so much energy because you vibrate always higher as the confusion. When you stay centered here in the heart and when you start to navigate the storm, so then you vibrate over this. And I know maybe people feel triggered as well when they see, hey, how is it possible that you are still smiling? How can you be still happy? See what's going on in the world. We are suffering. So many children are suffering, right? This is what's happening when you go with the ascension. It's like you are for real in another dimension. It is just the illusion. It is just the illusion that we are separated. It is just the illusion what we can see here. Yeah, it is the inner ascension. This it's all about. And then you are guided and you go your own path. And this is your highest timeline. This is your highest destiny. Yeah, it's your birthright to express your soul. It's your birthright to be happy. It's your birthright to stay in the now. It's your birthright to express your divine gifts. And now we are guided back so that we remember, what is it? What is it to mean the divine? So, I mean, maybe you played this game as well. It's like, oh my gosh, I believe when I work with crystals, when I do yoga, Reiki, it's just an example. And you never did it, just you loved it. For example, you never felt it here in your heart that you want to do it because you believed, oh, I must do it to fit in. Yeah, that I finally belong. So now I belong to the spiritual community, because that's the only way to be spiritual, to work with crystals. That's also the old path. Yeah, that we follow rules because we believe finally we belong. When we talk about the spiritual community, you know what I'm talking about. Meditation, Reiki, yoga, steel drums, or whatever. So, and it's not about this anymore. Really, just trust your heart. Do what nourishes your soul. And this is your highest timeline. This is your highest destiny, because you follow the excitement. Yeah, and maybe then people are triggered. So how can you shine? Yeah, but it is about that we make this experience now to be the light in the darkness. And that's the game. Yeah, we always remember through the darkness who we are. And when you are the light in the darkness, so then you ascend. So it's the same with I know. It's like you see this chaos, you see these two sides very clearly now. You see the old path and the new path. You see the old world and the new world. The old world is about separation, division, anger, hatred. Yeah, this, that we believe we finally belong when we follow the rules, right? Then we are good people. But when I trust my intuition, no, you don't fit into a box. And it's about every community. It's not just the spiritual community. You can see it also here in the system. Yeah, when you follow the rules, then you are a good person. When you trust your heart, then you are not a good person. You don't belong, right? And this is what's happening as well. When you just observe, when you stay centered in the heart as best as you can, yeah, and you choose your highest timeline, it's like then you see all these timelines. It's like you see this timeline, the old timeline, the future timeline. You see the timeline of the collective. It's like, okay, now you see all these timelines, all these possibilities. And it's like you can jump into your timeline. Super simple. It's like you see timeline number 1, 2, 3, 4, 6. Yeah, it's like boom, boom. All these timelines are appearing in front of you. So, and then you are not confused because you start to observe them more and you don't feel depend on them. Yeah, or that you believe, oh, I must choose this timeline because every spiritual person is choosing this timeline. It's just an example. You just follow the excitement and then you are in your highest timeline. So, and that's all about. And from a very high perspective, it is just a game, yeah? And it is the calling of the souls that we are going back now, back home, that we understand the connection again, that we go back from division to unity. And it starts with you. It's not just unity in the external events or with the people that we wait. Oh, people must unite now. Why they don't unite? Yeah, they're always in an argue and a war. When you wait, it's like, okay, we don't embody it too. Because we wait and we give other souls more power. It's like you keep yourself small and you believe other souls is more powerful than you. But it's not. Especially when you have a soul. Yeah, when a soul lives inside of you, this means you carry the spark of the source within you. And when you carry the spark of the source within you, then you will understand how powerful you are. And all this, what's happening now, even with telekinesis, telepathy. I know many starseed souls, they do it already. I know a few. They start to move objects through telekinesis, for example, or they are very good in telepathy. This is just the beginning. We can do so much more. We have so much more power. So, and it's like through these codes which are coming down, because the source is calling us as well to serve the source now. It is not about this, as I told you, about these labels. Not about, hey, I'm a 9-dimensional being, you are just a being from the 5th dimension, right? This game, the old game. Yeah, that's all crumbling. So that's why so many feel confused as well, because all the old beliefs are crumbling. And it's not about this anymore. It's about to believe in yourself and to serve the source. So now we got a feeling again. What does it mean? What does it mean when the divine works through me and we become more aware of it? And as more we become aware of this connection, as more we activate our superpowers. That's what I feel. Yeah. And I truly believe we have the power to transmute everything. So I don't know how much we can do right now. So I think it's about to figure out how much you can do right now. But I feel actually we have the power to transmute everything. So even toxic frequencies. The same. Don't be afraid of this. Because when you are afraid, when you dim your light, I feel it's important to see the darkness and to see what's taking place on this planet, when I talk about all this energy frequencies, and you know what I'm talking about. So yes, I feel we must see it because that's the darkness, right? And through the darkness we learn, through the darkness we ascend. So this means the darkness is pushing us always to go higher. So when I talk about 3G, we start with this. Maybe this example helps you to understand how light and shadows are working together. Because it's like they are a team. Even when it doesn't look like that, but actually they are a team. Because the light can't exist without darkness here, and the darkness can't exist without light here. So, for example, 3G means to me 3D. 4G symbolizes 4D. 5G symbolizes 5D. 6G symbolizes 6D. So, and I don't know what will come in future, but maybe they will continue. And then maybe we have 7G in future. So this means 7G pushes you to go into 7D. I talk about the consciousness because it's the inner ascension. It takes place from within. And when you increase your vibration and when you go back to the ancient times, you are able to transmute this all. That's what I truly believe. That's why when you are scared now and you believe, oh my gosh, I'm so scared. It's like, then you give the dark side the power. It's like you believe that you are not powerful. So, and there are other souls which is more powerful than you, but it's not. Especially when you know, that the dark side, when they play their part here, the most of them have no soul. They have no soul. So this means they are not a powerful creator being like you. When you have a soul, so then you carry the spark of the source within you, and the source is allowed, has the power to transform everything. That's why I'm not afraid to channel. I'm not afraid. I know there are many spiritual distortions. I talked about it many times, and on my YouTube channel as well. It's called Akura, my YouTube channel. I talk more about it a little bit. There are many spiritual distortions out there. I talked about it many times, about the Galactic Federation of Light, for example. It is just a hoax. It's not true. Ashtar Shirin is just a hoax. It's not true. And the list goes on. Even the Metatronic Cube is just a hoax. It's not true. This is just a copy from the Divine Matrix. It's illusion. And that's created from the negative ETs. Because what the dark ETs can do is to copy the source. They just can copy. They're very good in observation. And then they copy the source. But they don't embody the source. And that's the difference. So, and then at the end, it doesn't matter how you label this. If you label like Galactic Federation of Light, if you label it Metatron, or I know these discussions about Archangel Michael as well, that actually he's also just a hologram. So, then it's not about the label anymore. That's what I told you. So it's not the label. It is your heart. You can call it however you want. You can call it pig as well. I channel the small pig now. Or, hey, I'm going to channel the little mouse, for example, or the bug. But the message is the same. Because it's the message from your heart. it's the message from source, and then you can label it, it's a very urgent channeling from a bug. It doesn't matter. And that's the true ascension, what I feel. And all this in between, this is the spiritual warfare. I feel this is the true spiritual war, that we are in a fight. Yeah, that we say, hey, I don't watch this person anymore because this person channels the Galactic Federation of Light. Yeah, and actually it's just a psyop, for example. But we don't see the intent of a person anymore. And I feel this is New Earth, that we see the intent. And when you see, hey, this person has a very wide open heart, and the intent of this person is good-willing, and has a very wide open heart chakra, and just wants to spread hope, love, unconditional love, see this. And don't be too much focused on the label. Yeah, and this is also a tool to access to your highest timeline. It is. Because that's the timeline of source. It is. Because the source is expressing itself even as an illusion. So that means even when the Galactic Federation of Light is created by the Dark Ones, actually even this is an experience from the divine source to experience itself as an illusion. Yeah, and you can imagine there are the real beings, yeah, the divine beings, the beings from source, yeah. They are very creative, yeah, because we were very powerful creator beings. And there are the illusions and all the holograms, right? This is what you can see now as well. So, and it's so confusing, and I fully understand, because it's almost the same. It feels almost the same. But you can imagine this path, yeah? The soulless clones which created this path here and all these illusions, there is no information. And why there is no information inside these boxes? Because they have no soul. And when you go this path here, you will feel the soul. Yeah, that's it. That's super simple. So, and when you see it from a very high perspective, then all these two paths here includes the divine. This includes the timelines of the divine. Because through these illusions here, I talk about this side. Oh, we understand the Galactic Federation of Light is illusion. Lord Ashtashirin is an illusion. Yeah, for example, it does exist even Arcturians, right? These are grays. So grays, which pretend to be the Arcturian people. And these are not the real Arcturian people, but they are the real Arcturian people over there. Yeah, the real ones. So, and then you understand now, you discern, oh, see, there are so many illusions here. This is all not true. This is just a psyop. And do you know what the real spiritual warfare is now? That these two sides are in a war. So it's like, oh my gosh, I don't watch this person because this person channels the Galactic Federation of Light, channels Lord Ashtashirin or whatever. Yeah, you see that illusion because it's a box and there is no information inside. It's just a copy from this matrix here, yeah? From the source matrix. It's just a copy. So, and the real spiritual warfare is that these two sides are in a war. Yeah? And that's not the way what I feel. The way, in my opinion, is to see these two sides and you observe even this. And this is what the Arcturians can do. I don't talk about the gray Arcturians. Do you know how the grays look like, which pretend to be Arcturians? These are the most famous Arcturian pictures and images you know. These are the Arcturians with the black eyes. The Arcturians with the black eyes, with these Asian eyes, right? Or with the indigo blue skin color, which belongs to the Galactic Federation of Light. These are the grays. But there are the real Arcturians, yeah? And this is like copy and paste. The copy and paste strategy to confuse us that even we, spiritual people, are in a war now. We are in a war, in an argue, in division, separation, and then we go back into duality. Yeah, and this is the last game. This is what I feel the last stage for us spiritual people to overcome this duality. Because when you understand that even these illusions were created from the divine, if you want so to understand who we are, that it's all unity, And you are able to transmute everything, and it doesn't matter how you call these holograms here. Because you always channel the source. So then you don't take spirituality so seriously. And this is a very light timeline. This is what I can share with you from my state of consciousness. But you know, we are all learning. It is an endless journey. And me too, are always learning. So you too, we are all learning. Even when you are a starseed, so when you are an Arcturian starseed, I talk about a real Arcturian starseed, by the way. So you are always learning. There's so much to discover, always. It's like you learn to balance both. You learn to balance the light and shadow inside of you. You learn to balance the divine feminine and masculine. And then we become very powerful creative beings. Because we see, hey, I'm the darkness and I'm the light. I'm the divine masculine and the divine feminine. I have both energies inside of me. And then we become very powerful creative beings. Yeah, and this is when we connect to the source and to the timeline of the source. It's like the source is working through us without any interruptions. There is no confusion, no guilt, no shame, just clarity. And we stay present. And do you know what the clue is? Actually, we don't have to talk about all this. The reason why we talk about it is because almost every one of us is conditioned. Because you and me, I believe that you grew up in the dance system as well. Or maybe you had almost no support when you were little. Yeah. So, and actually we were born all with this connection. When we were a child, we were very connected to the source. And we were very connected to the highest timeline. Even animals know that. How to access to the highest timeline. And to stay in the now. It's so simple. So, and imagine all these timelines, all these experiences, all these psyops, yeah, all these holograms, all this together, the summary, all this is rooted in the plan of the divine, really everything. So, and this is the same here on earth, right? I know this game can be very hard and it can be very painful as well, but it can be very light as well. Here in this dimension, we can express all these emotions, every emotion. In higher dimensions, we deal with emotions totally differently. So maybe it's boring as well, because there's just unity. And through this adventure, through this game, through these experiences, we always remember who we are. Always. Yes, and the collective must go through their own journey now. And I don't know what will happen. It seems to me like it's not decided. So, and how navigate the storm? Stay here. Because this is the most high frequent timeline which is available. That is the most high frequent timeline right now. And I highly recommend, when you want to go back to clarity and when you want to go back into your heart, let go. Let go of all these external updates, external events, because you will see many predictions or energy updates, or when you saw a video, hey, next full moon or next week there is a massive shift happening or something, or the great awakening is coming on the date, you know, then you see that you were disappointed many times. And many of these predictions never became true. Why? Because we talk about all these timelines. And maybe, as I said, the collective and we together, we created a totally other timeline together. And that's why many of these future predictions never became real. And then you are disappointed. So, and I feel it's not about so much to go too much into the future. I highly recommend observe as best as you can. Don't take spirituality so seriously, but not too easy. Try to balance light and shadow as best as you can and see that you are both. And at the same time, you are nothing of them. Because actually we don't even exist here. Because all this is just a stage, it's just a show. But on the other hand, we do exist. So this is what I can tell you, and this is my consciousness, what I can share with you. And I hope so much you got my message, yeah? And with the timeline war, we will see. You can imagine the good ETs and the bad ETs, yeah? We talk about light and shadow. They all want to play here in this dimension. And they use their frequencies, their technologies to not to manipulate us, but to stabilize the matrix. I think it's the better word. Yeah, the good ETs and the bad ETs, they all observing us. Your galactic team is always observing you. They know everything about us. Even the dark ones, they know everything about us because they are located in higher dimensions. And they use their energy, their technology to stabilize the matrix from a very dense matrix dimension, we go higher. So, and they both want to work with us. So, this is the game here. And it's even not about to choose a side. That's what I highly recommend as well. Because you will see, when you just hunt the light, just the light, it's like, okay, so then you exclude the shadows. So, and it's like you're not honest with yourself, because sooner or later, shadows will come up. So especially when you lie to yourself, into your soul. So then shadows are coming up. And then it's like, okay, now you choose a very dense timeline, yeah, that you believe you can control it. And it's not about to hunt the light. It's even not about to hunt the shadows or the darkness. It's like it is always both. And this is what I can give you as a tip as well. Try to balance light and shadow within you. And then you jump into your highest timeline. And don't expect, when you go for your soul mission, yeah, when you are fully connected to the source, as I told you, telepathy, telekinesis, this is just the beginning. We had so many more powers. So when you are connected to the source and you are even not afraid of all these distortions, of all these holograms, right? You're not afraid of that. You see, okay, they do exist. They are there. Okay, they play their part. Yeah, you are able to transmute everything with your heart. So then you are a powerful creator being. It's like you vibrate over that. This is what I can tell you as well. And then we activate our superpowers. And then it's not about these frequencies and energy weapon anymore. It's not about, because you see how strong you are. Okay, so I hope so much this message inspires you, and I hope so much this life helps you a little bit. I have dreams of the future. Beautiful, beautiful. Maybe you want to share them with us. Because I'm super excited as well what will come. Yeah, because I feel there are so many timelines at the moment. Yeah, I saw last year, yeah, when we stayed in this crazy matrix, right? You must watch my YouTube channel to know what I'm talking about. Yeah, my YouTube channel is called Akura. And yeah, there are a few YouTubers which talked about the story last year. So that's why I can tell you a little bit, yeah, from my experience, what we saw there. That's why I know there are many spiritual distortions, for example. And I can tell you, yes, we saw their horrible timeline. We saw this. Yeah, and I talked about it on YouTube. And this could happen if we create the stock timeline. When we create the stock timeline, when we don't reach it to trust, when we don't trust the source, when we don't trust the soul and our heart, yes, then we are too much stuck here. Too much, we have fear, anxiety, and fear creates as well. And it's a very dense energy, a very dense future. So, and this timeline, what we saw, is horrible. Because it is almost the same like in the book of Revelation. Yeah, so even this, yeah, I saw also the distortions with Jesus, right? And I understand why many starseed souls are going back to Jesus. Yeah, just Jesus is the way. Because all the other subjects confused me and they never brought me peace. But the illusion is, or the illusion behind the illusion is that Jesus Christ, yeah, we talk about this side here, Jesus Christ, the man with the long hair, which is on the cross. I talk about this Jesus with the six-pack, yeah? He looks very beautiful, right? He has very amazing muscles. This Jesus version, this is a hologram. It's a hologram created by Dracos, yeah, this side here. For example, and this is what I saw there last year. So that means when you believe Jesus Christ, this illusion is true, then you connect with this side here, and then you work with their timelines. And what the dark ones try is, they try to pull you into their bubble from many different sides, yeah? That they attack you, that they let you believe spirituality is evil and all this, right? That you go the way back, yeah? And yeah, the timeline of the book of Revelation is very dense. It is, yeah. And I saw this, yeah, for real, that their plan was that Jesus Christ returns for real. But I talk about the blue beam Jesus, not the real one. And even a fake alien invasion was planned by blue beam. That's also true. This is what we saw there last year. So as I said, I talk a little bit more about it on YouTube. But even this, as I said, from a very high perspective, it's all about discernment and to reclaim our power, that we understand, oops, this is just a copy of the real Jesus. And the real Jesus, yeah, was Yeshua. Yeshua ben Joseph was his name. And I don't know if I saw this right. I had always visions in this dimension. I saw that Yeshua ben Joseph had short hair. He had short hair and slightly curled down to his chest. And he was a very petite person, very skinny. And he had golden brown hair. And he had green blue eyes, very big eyes, but he was very petite and skinny, what I saw. And why they created so many holograms of him? I mean, even Sananda, yeah, the other version, the Holy Spirit of Jesus Christ, is also a hologram. That's Sananda. So why they spend so much time in creating holograms of Yeshua ben Joseph? So then you can be sure there must be more. When they confuse us so much, I can tell you why, but I'm not sure if I saw this for real last year, if this is true. It's a little bit true. That's why I understand starseeds when they believe that Jesus is the way, yeah, and go away from the spiritual subject back to Jesus. I understand this a little bit because I saw that Yeshua ben Joseph, his twin flame Mary, and his entire family, they saw through all these illusions. They knew that there are so many holograms out there, even in higher levels, and they wanted to teach people to go the way of real ascension. I talk about this side. It's like they were fully connected to the Prime Creator and there was no confusion. So they wanted to teach us to go the way back home. What is the real ascension? Yeah, and don't follow the spiritual distortions. But it's not spirituality which is evil. Yeah, it's like now we are on a war again. When you go this path and say spirituality is evil, it's like then we play this game here. Zack, zack, zack. We are always in a war and we don't unite. And this is the game by the dark ones, yeah? That we are always in a war and in argues with each other. And that's not about this. It's about to see, hey, when I'm connected here to my heart, this is the strongest power it was and it has ever been. Then you are able to go the way back home and you always be in contact with the source, however you label this. And that's what I saw there was also their teaching. They always wanted to remind the people who they are. And they incarnated in a very dark time. The energy of Earth was so dense as they incarnated on Earth. And these were starseed souls, like you and me. These were starseeds. So that's why they were so famous. Because, yeah, they were very high-frequent beings, yeah. It is called or said that Yeshua was Arcturian. For example, in my opinion, Yeshua was an angel, an incarnated angel, for real. So, and they were just here to teach us an ascension. So, and I can tell you, yes, they are true. They were very true. There is no confusion, because they were so connected to the source, to the highest timeline, and they wanted to teach the people to go this way, to go the way of ascension. That's it. And imagine, these were starseeds like you and me. And now so many starseeds are here now. We talk about the Christ consciousness. The Christ doesn't belong just to Jesus. Christ is a state of consciousness. It's the state of unconditional love. And when you saw that the name Jesus is just a code, it is a code from the dark ones. Jesus, in other words, I don't know if I got it right. I had so crazy visions there, I tell you. Jesus means something like Hail Satan. It's like you pray to Satan when you call him Jesus. It's not a joke. It means something like Hail Satan or devil. So that's what I try to say. And then we are always in a war. And it is Yeshua ben Joseph. So, and I don't know if I got it right, that he was petite, that he had short hair, skinny guy, and he had not a six-pack. He was never on the cross as well. They were in south of France, what I saw. And I just know that the dark ones, they hunted them. Because imagine, these were starseeds. Not many starseeds were on Earth during these times, because actually it made no sense to incarnate on Earth during these dense times. And that's the reason why so many of us are here now. And we're witnessing this shift, because we knew this time will work out, that we go the way back home to source. And it is the will of the source. It's the calling from the source that this is happening. And what I saw too was that after Yeshua ascended, after they passed away, I see they created a hole. It looked like a hole into the false matrix. I talk about the illusion, which the dark ones created. And now Earth is in the fourth dimension. We are in the fourth dimension even physically. That's what I saw last year. We are there, even when we don't get it here with our head. And all these holograms, what we saw last year there, they were all located in the fourth dimension. And these were the real controllers of Earth. So they controlled humans with technology, with frequencies, from the fourth dimension down to us into the third dimension. So, and now we are in the fourth dimension. And as I said, through Yeshua and his family, they all were aware of that. They created a hole into the illusion, into the matrix, which was located in the fourth dimension. So, and then souls were able to go back home for real, because they created energetic holes into the matrix, into the false illusion. That's what I saw. So it's a little bit true, a little bit that Jesus is the way, but on the other hand, no, because he's a starseed like you and me. So I don't know if this resonates with you. I wanted to share this with you because sometimes I receive these comments, right? about Jesus Christ. So, and I had the impulse to share this with you. So I don't know if this resonates. And that's what I try to tell you. That's the real spiritual war. That we say we choose this side or this side, right? That we are always in a war, fighting. And these are very dense timelines. And I feel you as a starseed, so you are not here for this game. So maybe the collective needs these experiences to understand actually we are all one, right? And even the darkness and even these illusions and the false matrix, talk about, these holograms. So actually all this belongs to the divine. So because it's the game of the souls, it's not more. So, and then you can't take it so seriously anymore. So, and that's the easiest way, I believe, to stay centered in your heart, to navigate the storm, and to believe in yourself. You can't run away anymore. And the same about what can you do and how can you help people. I had the impulse to share this with you. I can tell you, there are many people now, they choose very dense timelines. And you can imagine, as more people are choosing very dense experiences and timelines, and as more they are stuck here, as more these very dense timelines become manifest here, because it is us. We are very powerful creator beings. So, and what you can do for the people now is to hold your light. This is all what you can do. Hold the light, access to your highest timeline, increase your vibration, do what nourishes your soul. Then we create our timelines. We create our reality, new earth together. Because I feel many people already made a choice. They did. So you can see the metaphor everywhere, right? I don't, this. So they already made a choice. So, and all what you can do is to have compassion, see it from a higher perspective, that all these souls, they get through their own experiences. Yeah, they must experience that by their own. And all this leads back to the source. Everything, every path, sooner or later will lead to the source. Every path we choose. So, and have compassion, observe it. Yes, stay in your timeline. You just can help people which are inspired by you. See, almost 100 people in the house. So maybe you feel a little bit inspired by my words. When you feel inspired by my words, even when I'm not a native speaker, I'm very, very grateful and honored. And I'm very happy when this makes you a little bit happy and when I can inspire you. But this is all what we can do. And this is all what we are responsible for. We can't help the entire population. We are even not responsible for them. Because see that every soul is a powerful creator being. And maybe it's the experience of these souls to go through this. Because through this darkness they will understand all these illusions more and more. And what you can do is, when you feel this inner calling, yeah, but what's about my beloveds? What is about my friends? What's about my family? I feel they need help. Yeah, you feel it, their soul. Just help them up to a certain point. And please, I highly recommend as well, don't judge them. Don't judge them as sheeps or something, yeah? That's also the division. That's also the old game. Just the label is different. Then we call people sheeps. They are dumb, stupid, they are not awake or something. That's the old game. That's all the old game. It's all duality, it's all division. See their potential, believe in them, and just help them up to a certain point in which their soul is allowing that. So not more. This is what I can tell you, okay? So let's see, do you have any questions about timelines, about the current energies, or how to jump into your timeline or something? Because then we will see, I will stop with the live now. The intro video was hypnotizing. Thank you so much that you watched from the beginning. I'm so honored. Really, I don't understand why so many people are here. I don't get it. What is going on with you? Why do you follow me on TikTok and on Instagram? I don't understand what's going on there. You are so awesome. We need you. We need you too, Hallie. Everyone is needed. So everyone, because it's a game. Yeah, and the source is always experiencing it, yeah, from all facets, and always see the intent. That's what I can tell you as well. Not so much the labels. And I feel this is also New Earth, that the intent of people will bring us together. Not so much the label, not so much which community you belong. So it's more about this. And you know, for me, it is so much more important to see a person with a good heart and their actions are good willing as a person which, yeah, is working with spirituality, but oh my gosh, is narcissistic as crazy. You know, this is what I feel is next stage as well, that we see the intent is so much more important, right? So, and every person deserves love. Yeah, every soul deserves love. You don't deserve love just when you finally belong. That's also the old path. You deserve love always, because we are all on this process. We are all on this endless journey. It's a never-ending story. It will never end. Even when we ascend up to 9D or to 10D, we are still learning there. It is a never-ending story. So let's see. I love him though. We raise our vibrational frequency. We attract our soul family. Yes, of course. So see, when you stay centered here, when you access to your highest destiny, because it's our birthright to be happy. It is. So children do that intuitively, right? So then you're always guided to the right people. Yeah, and even when you are in contact with toxic people, yeah, when you feel attracted to them maybe, and then you figure out, oh my gosh, it was such a toxic, narcissistic person, maybe you learned something. So maybe you learned something. So maybe this person reminded you of your true beliefs, your divine beliefs. And even when it is the message, oh my gosh, thank you so much that you shared with me how I never want to be, hey, then you can be grateful again. So even when the message is, hey, I shared with you how you never want to be. Yes, thank you so much for reminding me again. It is so simple. It is so simple, guys. How can I get more information on this belief system? When did you become enlightened? I have my own perspective about alignment. Do you know how I see that? That every person is already aligned. It is no goal. Alignment means, in my opinion, to be your authentic self. So when you see through all the vessels, when you see through all your old beliefs, which are holding you back, it is very simple to understand your old belief system. It is your monkey mind, your old beliefs. Yeah, for example, you receive a message from the source, from the divine. Yeah, when I receive a message from the divine, I feel here a pull in my heart. It feels like a whoosh in my heart. Sometimes I see pictures with my third eye. Yeah, and these messages are so unexpected. Suddenly, when I eat something or when I clean up my room, so unexpected, suddenly, suck, a message comes in. So, and when it is a message from the divine, so then even these messages are unexpected. It's like your head doesn't get it maybe, or maybe it is not an advice. Maybe you see yourself a little bit in the future as well, and what you must do next. So, and now it is a subject, or for example, you received a message from the divine, hey, you must move. For example, you must move from this flat. You must move into a new area. It's a message from your heart and from the divine. So, and now your old beliefs are coming up. My gosh, how this should work out. Oh my gosh, I have to pay my bills. Oh my gosh, I have to cancel my job. How this should work out. No, I can't do that. Yeah, so then boom, boom, all these old beliefs are coming up because your head, yeah, is like a new experience. So, oh my gosh, I never did that. To quit my job and to move suddenly, right? So, and this is what I try to say. These are old beliefs because these old beliefs are holding you back. They hold your heart back and the message from the divine. So, and actually it was the opposite. Actually, we received a message from the divine and then we manifested the divine. This is the old Lemurian consciousness. That's the old Lemurian energy. Our head was a friend and our head didn't take over, yeah, of our lives and controlled our lives. Yeah, this is also the dense energy. And when you believe too much, this monkey mind in your head, which is holding you back. So even when you feel chills, when you imagine this goal and this picture, for example, and you feel chills, you feel happy, so then you can be sure it is your soul path, it is your soul mission, and it is the next step. But when you hold it back, and when you give your old beliefs too much power, so it is like, okay, now you choose a very heavy timeline. And this is even the game of the dark ones, that we are just stuck here, right? So I hope so much this helps you to understand your impulses and your beliefs. It's so simple. Because when old beliefs are coming up, you have an idea. Or you want to be self-employment, or you want to meet some friends. It's stuck with these little things. So, and actually your heart gets very bright. you imagine that and you feel so happy, your aura is shining outward, yeah, your heart is vibrating, then you can be sure it is your soul mission. So, and now your old beliefs are coming up. Your monkey mind, maybe you hear the voices of your parents, which never believed in you, and now you hear their voices. You will never got it. You have to do your work, for example, right? So now you hear their voices as well. And then when you believe too much these voices here, then you can observe yourself how you dim your light now. You dim your light, your heart feels heavy and heavier, heavier and heavier. And this scares you so much that you don't start with it. This belief scares you so much that you keep the old. Yeah, and this is a very heavy timeline. Yeah, and this is the old world as well. Okay, so thank you so much. You are also awesome. Tell us more about the next portal in July. I feel that's what I told you in my live stream. I highly recommend detach from these outer events. Imagine your soul has the control. And when your soul is ready to know this information, your soul always goes with the flow, always. Our head doesn't get it. But what I feel is, it's not about July. I feel it's the global energy. The sun takes a very important role. The sun, the power of the sun, because energies from the central sun are streaming down, and I feel the energy of the sun is increasing. And more and more and more codes are coming down. And these codes from the central sun allowing us to face our shadows, to face our old beliefs, that we are guided back to the source. Because as I said, the source takes a very, very deep breath now. And if you want so, yes, like the source invite the hand. Yeah, is inviting us to take the hand. And it's like the source, boom, is pulling us up. And this is what I feel is taking place. And I feel these energy shifts are getting stronger and stronger and stronger. And I feel it's not just on portal days or on full moon or something. Even when you saw this, what I saw last year, then you see that everything is just illusion. So even full moon energies and everything. So it's a very, very long story. I talk about it on my YouTube channel. That's what I can tell you. Observe more. And don't feel dependent on these external events. Follow the joy. Follow the excitement. Then you access to your highest timeline. And it's so easy to integrate these codes. Yes, so simple. Without any interruptions. Okay? So I hope so much this gives you an answer. Thank you so much. Yes, global heaviness. I know. See it also more as a challenge. So I don't know if you know the anime Dragon Ball Z. I love animes, by the way. So, and there is a character which is called Goku, right? The main character. I feel he's a good inspiration because he sees everything as a challenge. And even when the bad guys are attacking, like Frieza, right? Or Cell and all the other bad guys, Goku always sees it as a challenge to push his limits. So even when it's very heavy, but Goku always rises. He's always standing up. And actually he likes the bad guys as well, when you know Dragon Ball Z, but they trigger him so much because they remind him always what he don't want to be. So this means when they want to kill his family, for example, the bad guys, Goku is saying no. Goku wants to defend his family because this is his divine value and he's messing up with the dark ones. But from another perspective, he sees it always as a challenge to push his limits. And this is, in my opinion, the role of the darkness. It's like you got always pushed by your limits. And at the end, when you have a soul, right? And when you carry the spark of the source within, you are always more powerful. It's like in you experience yourself always and every time as a powerful creator being. It's like in Dragon Ball, the bad guys, they become stronger and stronger and stronger. Thank you so much for the butterfly. You're so cute. It's like when you know Dragon Ball, the first enemy is Frieza. Yeah, and you believe, oh my gosh, he's so horrible, he's so powerful, he's the emperor of the universe, right? So, and Goku must push his limits to mess up with him, right? Because Frieza is too strong, and actually he's the strongest emperor in the universe. So, and then you believe, oh my gosh, now it's the end. It doesn't get higher. So, and then Cell appears, and all the androids, right? They all appear in Cell, and he's so much more powerful as Frieza. So, and they must push their limits again. And this is the game here, really. It's all about, yeah, to balance light and shadow. I hope so much this helps you. That's why I love movies and anime so much. Yeah, first enemy is Bardock. Yeah, maybe as well. Yeah, yes, you are right. Yeah, it is. How was the name? Raditz is the brother of Goku, right? It's Raditz. Raditz, I think, was the first enemy. Yeah, you know what I'm talking about. Yes, you got me. Then we have Nappa and Vegeta. I know. Thank you so much. Okay, guys. What about Piccolo? I feel Piccolo is cool because he's embodying both. Yeah, I feel Piccolo is a very, very good example as well because he embodies both. Yeah, he's super dark and he's very light. Yeah, he is the bad guy Piccolo, and then we have the Piccolo god. It's like he is both. Okay, guys, thank you so much. And thank you so much for watching. I hope so much this helps you to navigate the storm and always believe in your inner calling. And when your soul tells you, hey, I want to join communities, I feel this deep call, I want to have my own garden, I want to gardening now, do it. When you want to do your blog, do it. And share your knowledge with us, okay? Thank you so much. You're so awesome. It is so much fun speaking to you. Much love to you all. Hey, and when you want to follow me on Instagram as well, I go live there as well. I don't understand. On Instagram are so many more people now as on TikTok. I don't get it. Thank you so much and see you soon. Ciao. Tschüss.